Creator Channel 333. I'm going to try to, Page of Swords, give this message as best as possible because I don't like how this camera is set up, but whatever. The message is the message. You can still hear me, okay? So I don't know if I'm fully in the camera, but that doesn't matter. This is a reiteration of sorts, okay? Because, and this could be a reiteration of the full message, okay? Just depends on what pertains to you, okay? So take it as it resonates, of course, as always. Use your intuition. But for someone, okay, you still haven't started your page is the first message, okay? For whatever reason. And so just speaking to that, if you are afraid of how you'll be viewed, okay, and I'm speaking to messengers here, obviously that's what this message is about, messengers, being a messenger. You may be called to start your channel because you are a messenger and you need to give messages, okay, in this fashion, okay, specifically. So for most people, this is not the first time you've heard this, okay, and you'll know if it resonates. That's why this is a reiteration, okay. So I got a lot of downloads. They all coincide. It may feel like I'm jumping around, okay, but trust me, the message all goes together, okay. So for someone, this literally could be your whole message, okay. So we're talking about being a messenger, okay, or the middleman, okay. I want to go into the phrase. Well, actually, let me start off by saying this. You can go directly to a source for your messages, okay. If you claim your personal power, okay, you have to trust that if you're receiving a message like this, that the message is for you, or if you're receiving a message that you need to give to someone, that is the correct message. You're receiving the message correctly, okay? So first, what you want to do is trust your intuition, okay? Now, you can do that by getting a confirmation once you receive a message, okay? So you can ask for, like I used to do, okay, if I'm getting the message correctly, show me 333, okay, we'll say for instance, okay? And I'll scroll and you'll get confirmation like that, okay? It's not like, oh, you gotta wait 5 days and then, no. If you're receiving a message and you wanna know if that's the correct message, you'll get a confirmation, okay? So maybe within a couple of seconds or like soon as I would open a social media app, because there are numbers there predominantly, I would get the confirmation like that, okay? So learning how to trust your own intuition, okay, as a messenger or receiver of messages, okay? Now, you cannot go directly to Prime Creator, okay? But you can go to a source for confirmation, for messages, communicating, what have you, okay? However this resonates for you, but your main source of information is your higher self, okay? So once again, trusting your own intuition. What is your heart telling you? What are you feeling? What are you being guided to? What message are you being guided to, okay? So I want to talk about the phrase, don't shoot the messenger, okay? Which was heavily coming through because, like I was saying, someone being afraid of starting their page, okay? You might feel like you're not going to be well received with the information that you're giving. You could feel like, oh, you know, nobody's gonna watch my messages. Whatever your apprehension is and why you haven't started your page, okay? The main concern is that you give the message. Okay, you're not worried. Don't come start a page and start putting out messages because you're worried about the numbers. You're worried about how many subscribers or followers you're gonna have. You're worried about, is someone gonna receive the message? That's not your job, okay? Your job is to give the message and Spirit will guide those to the message who it's for, okay? When they're ready to receive it, when it aligns with them, no matter if they're ready to accept the message, okay? They will be guided to the message when they are ready to receive it, okay? And your job is done. So going back to the don't shoot the messenger part, like a lot of people do because they don't like to hear the truth, okay? And it's resonating so much that they'll project, you know, how they feel about that message, how they feel about receiving the truth, okay? They'll lash out, okay? Got fire energy, okay? So the job of a messenger is to give the message, like I said, okay? So like the messenger comes in peace. So if you're giving the message and you don't have any ill intent, you shouldn't be worried about how someone responds. Like I said, your job is to give the message, okay? But like, you know, your main job, like I'm saying, is to relay the message, okay? You're not even worried about if the message is received or anything beyond giving the message is what I want to drive home, okay? So that is your job. The messenger, like I said, comes in peace, or is supposed to, okay? You don't want to have any ill intent with a message that you're giving. The messenger doesn't take sides, okay? The messenger also has to be trusted. So it's like you can't be selling secrets, okay? You get a message because a lot of times it's because you're being tested on how you're going to relay that information, or if you are willing to relay such a message, what is your intention behind it, okay? That's why you will always be tested, okay? It's your integrity that's in the forefront here. The series House of the Dragon may be significant, okay? Because as I was getting this download, that's what was being like brought up to mind. And I had just watched, prior to the new season coming out, I watched the first season. And at the point that I saw the episode of the sons, and if you'll know what I'm talking about if you're familiar with the show. The queen sent her 2 sons out as messengers, okay? Now, she made the distinction, you are going as messengers, not as warriors, okay? Because a messenger is treated in such a way, okay, where they're protected, okay? So if you're going to relay a message, know that you are protected when relaying the message, first and foremost. But in that episode, one son goes to relay a message, and when he gets there, his cousin is there, and they have some type of beef or whatever. And so the cousin, who still is, you know, vengeful, tries to challenge him, and the king automatically says, no, he's here as a messenger, nothing more, you know, don't do all that in my presence. And, you know, he stops the cousin from like causing the boy harm, and make sure that he gets back to his dragon and is able to leave, you know, peacefully. He even sent his guards with him to make sure that he would get back to his dragon safely. Okay, so like even back in medieval times, the messenger was looked at in such a way as do no harm. Okay, you can't shoot the messenger. It's literally just someone giving a message. They have no ill intent. Okay, so this is being brought up, and I'm having to reiterate because a lot of people are failing, okay, as messengers, or can't be trusted with the messages that are coming through. Which that don't got shit to do with me, okay? Like, but however, I'm having to reiterate because obviously this is what's going on. Now, this is the third time that I'm having to give this message, okay? And Spirit, no, I don't like repeating myself. But if I'm having to repeat myself, it's because somebody's just not getting it, for one. For two, someone may have been ready to receive the message, that's why they got it, but they weren't ready to accept it, okay? So that means they're ignoring the message. Or you're new to the message, okay, if you're hearing this for the first time, but the other two videos that I made, okay, maybe you're able to receive the message better with the way I'm giving the message this time, okay, so you're more receptive. But if you're getting this message more than once, especially if it came from me more than once, that means that most likely this is your last time, okay? Last warning getting this message, okay? It's a final warning is what I want to say. So like I said, this is the third time I've had to give this message. Also, if you're a messenger, which most likely you are, that's why you're at this video, you are a light worker, okay? Could fall into starseed. Some people have double missions, whatever. You know your position, you know what you resonate with. A lot of you are new volunteers, okay? Meaning you have not been here many times. For some, this is your first time, your first round, okay? Which means you're still green. And us as ancient souls, you know, or more experienced souls are here to teach you the ropes, okay? And like we've gotten thrown into the lion's den many times without warning, basically, so that we're able to reflect, see where we've gone wrong, be able to better hone into our intuition, and like I said, be able to teach others. Now, in this time that we're in, because it's a very pivotal point in creation, okay, I will say, we bring you messages with confirmations, okay? It's like we give you a little extra because time is relevant, okay, time, but it's of the essence is what I want to say. So you're giving messages with confirmation so that it can help you better sharpen your intuition and hone in on the discernment that you need moving into certain situations, okay? So that you're self-aware once these situations come about and you're able to like pick up on the signs and synchronicities and cues quickly, okay? So good or not, okay? So that you don't miss an opportunity, so that you don't miss the step you need to take in order to maneuver away from danger, okay? 9 times out of 10, if I'm giving you messages like I'm coming to you at a critical time when that split decision needs to be made, okay? As a messenger of warning, okay? What else? Oh, back to receiving your messages, okay? Like if you're looking for personal messages, like I'm channeling all day, okay? That's why I post frequently to Twitter. I post frequently to my community tab. You can find me on Twitter at WW84Energy, okay? And I'm not always guided to post here on YouTube, okay? So a lot of the like mini messages, warnings, whatever, affirmations, uplifting, whatever, it goes to Twitter because like I said, I'm literally channeling all day. So I have the phone and I'm able to type, okay? Not always able to write out this long drawn out, you know, download or what have you. And it comes through like that, okay? So when it comes to receiving my own messages, for instance, like I will go to watch a reading, okay? For me personally, it's easier than me having to sit here and do a whole spread and, you know, stuff like that for me personally, okay? So Like, I intentionally ask that my readings go through 3 specific people, okay? 3 specific readers. And like, I can decipher, okay, being a spiritual detective, okay, I know how to decipher and decode and translate, like, with ease. So I know what's for me, okay, if I'm going to a collective reading. And like, I didn't even start out doing tarot. I didn't, tap into tarot. I didn't know anything about tarot. I didn't use my YouTube page for anything tarot related. I didn't even really use my YouTube page before I started giving you messages, okay? Like, my kids will watch stuff on there. But other than that, I had no interest in tarot in any way, shape, or form, okay? But one day I was guided to a message, okay? Just a specific reader just popped up in my newsfeed and I don't even think I intentionally went into YouTube. I might have just like hit the app, okay? And there was a tarot reading, okay? And what caught my eye was, because it was for Aries, okay? And that's my sun sign. And so I tapped into it and the message was for me. Like, most definitely, it was no way it could not be, okay? So having a strong intuition, trusting that messages are for you, you can specifically ask if there's a reader that you really resonate with, okay? They're telling my story. This sounds familiar, just yada, 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 okay? Only you will know, okay? So you can ask that your messages be sent through someone, okay, specifically. The only thing that I don't worry about too much when tapping into these collective readings to get a message is timing, okay? So you don't want to focus on timing for anything. Just receive your message, okay, the best that you can. Also, before you to listen to a whole reading, if it's a title that's drawing you in, you can ask for a confirmation. Is this number for me? Is this message for me? Ask for a number to be shown. I know messages for me when I scroll past something and I see specific numbers. Tap into the reading is for me, even if the title doesn't resonate, the numbers show me that it's for me, okay? So you have to get into a rapport with spirit, is what I want to say, okay? And your guides, okay? Because you are being guided. You just have to know the signs, okay? You have to be able to speak the language, is what I want to say, okay? Also, speaking of, timing. I know that when I get a message, okay, because I'm getting the message, I know that it's going to come to fruition, okay? This is my update. This is my confirmation. This is my whatever, okay? So I know that if I'm being made aware, it's going to come into fruition. So that taps into manifesting, okay? You know what's for you, okay? The universe knows what's for you. And if you're getting messages regarding whatever it is you're manifesting, don't worry about the time. Just know that it's coming, okay? So speaking of things coming to fruition, we are in Saturn retrograde, okay? Saturn is Big Daddy, okay? Saturn is karma. We are in the year of karma, okay? And I'm going to talk about this in another video because I don't want this one to be too long. But a lot of people are not taking karma seriously. I will just say that, okay? But with Saturn in retrograde, like, I'm not an astrologer, but I know about karma, okay? So you want to be making sure that you are moving with integrity, okay? As a messenger, as someone carrying light, okay? Light, information, truth, okay? You want to make sure you move with integrity. Now, I will say, There are many examples of those who do not move with integrity. They build their life off of gossip, okay? There's many, has been many examples for us in the news, okay? Or in the media. Okay, so you don't want to take information that you're being entrusted with and use it for personal gain. Sometimes, like I was saying over and over again, we are just given information simply to see how we will use the information. If you are someone trying to monetize off of any type of negative situation, gossip, drama, that's what I mean, okay? You want to understand how much karma is in play right now and this year in general. But overall, that's a position you don't want to step in, okay? Attaching yourself to negative energy, negative entities. When you attach yourself to these stories of people in the media who are receiving their karma, when you attach yourself to that, you're attaching yourself to their karma. So you will be affected in some negative way, shape, or form. So this is just a warning and a reminder to anyone receiving information about anything that goes on in the media, in Hollywood, in the music industry, what have you. Be mindful of the information you transport, the information you're given, and you use it to boost your numbers on social media. You use it to gain interviews so that you can talk about it more, boost your name from the negativity. Many have went in this direction for that very reason, okay? And one person in particular right now, very slow and painful, okay, is their karma. So make sure, once again, that you are moving with integrity when it comes to being a messenger, okay, for the divine. So with that being said, this is your message. Thank you for receiving your message.